Hey guys, it's Laura Gorycki. Today we're going to take your favorite standing core activities and bring them to the floor. So you go grab a mat or find a place where you're comfortable exercising on the floor and meet me back here. Performing standing core activities is beneficial for many reasons. First of all, if it's a challenge to get down on the floor and up off the floor, then it's easier to stand and do core activities. Second of all, it helps you to work on your balance because most standing core activities are done unilaterally on one leg or one side. And third, it helps improve the communication between your brain and your body because not only are you having to work on your balance, but you're also having to think about the muscles that you're targeting. For example, if you're doing a single leg crossover crunch, you're really having to focus on crunching in that mid region there as opposed to lying on the floor. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take about 15 standing core activities and bring them down to the floor, which means that you don't have to worry about balance. You don't have to worry about brain-body coordination or communication. All you need to focus on is your form, which is drawing in that belly button and pressing your belly button in your back into the mat, and you'll really feel it more in your abs and your obliques and your back. So let's get started. So now that you're down on your mat or the floor, we'll start with the floor version of the standing X crossover. So you want to lie on your back, get into that X position, just like you would when you're standing, and we'll go from right hand to left foot. So you're going to have to come up off that mat, reach that toe, and then lay back, and repeat. Remember to stay wide, meaning in the middle. Now if you're having a problem with the range of motion, you don't need to come up off the mat with your back. You can just come up with your shoulders and reach as high as you can. The main thing is maintain that form. So you want to reach over and across to the foot. And again, you're going to feel this a whole lot more because you're not focusing on balancing on one leg or any kind of coordination. You're focusing mostly on form. Okay, so the thing that you're focusing on is getting that left arm, this time left arm up to your right foot, crossing over. I'm going to have to move my mat. Okay. Alright, so X crossover, left hand to right foot. Good job. Your right arm will stay on the floor. You stay in that X. And make sure you return to the mat in between. And again, if it's difficult coming up off the mat, then just reach over with that hand just far enough to at least get that shoulder off the mat. But if you can, go ahead and increase that range of motion. Come all the way up. Good. One more. So now we'll do the lying version of the standing toe touch. So it's just like that X crossover, except you're going straight up and not over and across. We'll do each side for 45 seconds. So your left arm can be on the floor and your right hand goes to your right foot. So here you're targeting the outer wall of your abs. And again, if you're unable to come up off the mat, if that range of motion is challenging, come up as far as you can and just at least get that shoulder up. Alright, so here's your modification. Focus on folding right here, keeping that back pressed into the mat. And then once you're ready, come all the way up. One more. Good job. We'll do the same thing with the left arm and the left leg. So left arm over your head, right arm can be on the mat beside of you, it can be to the side, wherever you're comfortable having it. And you're going to reach up, touch that left toe. So you go straight up, and you'll feel it right from the center of your abs to the left of your abdominal wall. And again, if it's a challenge to come up off the mat, and just reach up, get your shoulder up off the mat, reach up as high as you can until you can get that range of motion to where you can reach your toe. Then once you're able to reach your toe, then go ahead and try to come up a little bit higher. One more. Very good. There are two options for the Jackknife Crunch. You can raise both legs or one, depending on how much you want to challenge yourself. Alright, so let's start with both legs. Both arms are over your head. And you raise both legs and raise your hands to touch your toes. So this is your standard lying Jackknife Crunch. Now if this is challenging, you can do one leg at a time. So bend your left leg and just raise that right one. And remember, your lower abs are in control of bringing your leg up. You are using your hip flexors. Let's go ahead and switch to the left leg if you're doing single. You are using your hip flexors some. Let's do a couple more. But again, it's your abs. It's your abs that you want to focus on using to raise and lower that leg. That's how you strengthen your abs. And I know your legs are going to feel heavy, but the stronger your abdominal wall gets, the stronger your lower abs especially become, then your legs won't feel as heavy. First, you want to be on your butt, have your feet wide, lean back a little, bring your right knee up and tap it with your left elbow, and then repeat on the other side. So you're crossing over, tapping your elbow to the opposite knee as you lift that foot. If you're able, try to tap the outside of that knee. Get a little bit more rotation out of those obliques. Keep your elbows wide. And again, focus more on your form than your speed. Once you get your form, then you can work on your range of motion. And then if you want to pick it up and power it up, then you can do that. So you want to lay on your back for this. Have your hands by your ears. Your head, neck, and shoulders will be off the mat, but your back is pressed into the mat. And you want to start with bicycle kicks, so you're bending one leg at a time. And as each knee comes up, you'll tap it with the opposite elbow. So you're still crossing over and tapping that elbow to the opposite knee. You're going to feel this a lot more because you're getting a lot more rotation, and you have to use a lot more control, keeping your back on the mat because you're kind of coming up and over. So just go slow. Focus on your form. Good job. Nice. Great. To do the knee-up crunches, lay on your back, have your arms extended over your head and your legs extended, and you want to bring your knees up and then tap your elbows. Oops, I think I tapped my hands to your knees. So both elbows to both knees. So this is the lying version of the knee-up crunch. Now if you want to do a little bit more, you can come up all the way off the mat, okay, and touch your hands to that knee, to those knees. If you want to increase your range of motion, that's hard to do and talk at the same time. But I would just start here. Get this form. Make sure you keep your back pressed into the mat. And then once you're ready, you can increase that range of motion by coming all the way up. For the knee, knee, toe, toe, you'll do the same exact thing except on your butt. So your legs, your feet, your stance is wide, your feet are wide, your knees are away from each other, hands are by your ears, and you go knee, elbow to knee, hand to foot, and hand to foot. So make sure you rotate, get your elbow to the opposite knee, and then reach over and across for that foot. So elbow to knee, and then reach a little bit more and touch that foot. Don't bring the knee or your foot to your hand. Bring your elbow to your knee and your hand to your foot, okay? So make sure you're moving that upper body. So stay back here. So you really have to cross over and up, toe and toe, knee, knee, toe, toe. Let's do one more. Knee, knee, reach up, toe and toe. Good job. Row your boat is the seated version of the standing paddle. So you just want to lean back and row. Okay, so you're just going from side to side, just like you're in a kayak. You're not on a stand-up paddle. Now, if you want to lift those feet up for more challenge, lift those feet up. Then challenge your balance. Work your core a little bit more. Make sure you're getting good rotation. You should feel this all the way through your abs, around your obliques and your lats. So make sure you're in the water. It's sort of like a figure 8, except you're going to your obliques. We'll do the figure 8 in a couple of minutes. Oh, nice. Oh, I really felt those. Seated abdominal rotation. Your knees are bent, you're on your butt. Lean back just a little here. And let's start with arms bent or elbows bent. Go to your right and then to your left. Your right and your left. Rotate around so you feel that in your back. You want to progress, extend those arms. Make sure you stop in the center so you can assess where you are. If you want another progression, lift those feet up. Maintain control. Let your core do all the work. So if you feel like you're losing control, put your feet back down on the mat. This is all about form, not speed. Let's finish on the left. Great job. So similar to the low windmill would be the swivel crunch. All right, so you want your feet wide, lay on your back, but have your head, neck, and shoulders up. And you just want to reach to that right foot. So your right hand is reaching to your right foot. Keep your back pressed into the mat. If you can touch your heel with your hand, then get it away from you. So your goal is to not really touch. You just want to reach and reach and reach. So you're kind of pulsing right there in the obliques. Let's do a few on the left side. You can go for 45 seconds on each side, but I'm just doing half and half for this, okay? So do about 20-25 seconds on one side and then finish on the other. Or if you want to go full range, then do 45 seconds on one side and 45 on the other. The Russian twist is sort of similar to the Woodchop. So you want to have your knees bent, feet on the floor. Have your hands up here and just chop down and then come back up. So this is a version of the Russian twist that simulates the Woodchop. So you start here, go up, and then here and up. So rotate sides, hip to center, hip to center. If you want extra challenge, add some challenge, raise those feet. Just make sure that your core is in control, not your arms or your legs. You don't want to be flopping all over the place. Core is all about control. Good. Great job. Figure 8, grab a dumbbell, You'll be sitting on your butt, feet are wide, and you'll just pass the dumbbell underneath your knee, inside to out. And the wider your legs are, the more rotation you're going to get in your waist as you pass. So raise that leg up, pass it underneath, inside to out. Now, if you're using a dumbbell and holding it, hold it by the end so it's easier to pass. And it doesn't have to be heavy. It can be anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds is plenty. Okay, one more thing. The lying oblique crunch. Lay on your side. I'm on my right side. Have your right arm just extended in front of you, just laying, resting in front of you. Your left arm is over, and you're going to come up off the mat and lower your hand to your feet as you raise both legs. So this is your lying version of the standing oblique crunch. All right, and this is full extension. If you want to bring it down, bend those knees and just tap your elbow to your hip. So here's your modification. Being on the floor, you can probably go full range and have your arms and your legs extended. One more. Very good. All right. So there you go. I think that was about 15 activities. I'm not sure, but so that's how you can get out of your comfort zone doing the standing core, bring it down to the floor, and really focus on targeting your abs, your obliques, and your lats. Hope you enjoyed that. Look for more in the future. I'll see you soon.